Hello there. We've got some leaks unlike anything we've seen in a very long time, and we're going to talk about these today because some of this stuff we knew about already, but some of these images have not even been hinted at. And all of a sudden, here's the final product. What? What? I feel like Doctor Who, David Tennant, 10th Doctor, Doctor Who going, what? Okay, so we've got some pretty interesting stuff today. I want to do a shout out to our sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Be sure to check out luxuryplaystyle.com. Full metal coins, tokens for X-Wing, as well as other games like Arkham and Keyforge, and I use them in Star Wars Legion. There's more stuff. Legion stuff is also in process. Also, it's being worked on. You're going to save 15% with code Crabbok VIP in orders of $35 or more that use this code. You're going to get this awesome lightsaber nunchuck token thrown in for free. We've got the 5 damage counter on the other side, light side, dark side, commander, critical hit marker tokens, all kinds of cool stuff. All things you can use it for. It's the greatest token in the world, and it can be yours. So check out luxuryplaystyle.com. Don't forget that code, Crabbok VIP. All right, so a couple of things interesting about this particular image that showed up. Gold Squadron Podcast actually leaked this image, so shout out to Dion at Gold Squadron for making these images so widely available. It's pretty cool stuff. But I'm also scratching my head thinking, what? If you haven't already figured out, we're talking about the First Order. This is, I believe this came out of Spain. This was Asmodee is like not a global company. I feel like Asmodee is, 12 different companies that operate completely independently of each other that all just happen to have the same name because the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. The Trident, it was just announced. It was just spoiled to the world like a month ago. And all of a sudden, here it is, ready to be unboxed. I think that's a Inquisitor tie, the advanced V1 over on the left. So that one's kind of shady, kind of blurry. And of course, the new Legion stuff; those have already been leaked all over the place. Those are coming someday. If you live in the United States, like I do, we'll get all this stuff someday. This stuff that is already out in Europe means it'll probably be out by 2024 here in the United States. So stay tuned for that. But it's been translated to be Fury of the First Order, and of course, it's not only available in other languages as well, but it is also available in English because here we go, Fury of the First Order. More images also have been circulating over the past 24 hours. It's been pretty interesting, and so this is a Squadron Pack, right? It's all new ships. Like, it's a TIE Whisperer in the middle. And it's 2 TIE bombers on the left and right. What? And it's not just. Here's something else that's pretty cool, right? If, we look at this image up at the top of that box, that's the distribution box. So this isn't just a single Fury of the First Order pack. This is a whole shipment. They're showing up en masse. Why have they never talked about this before? Right? What is going on that they never mentioned this before, ever? It's a secret. It even existing was supposed to, they tried to do something like this years ago with the Force Awakens, right? How many of you guys, let me know in the chat. By the way, still time left to enter to win that $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. But, let me know what you think is going on here because this is wild. Squadron packs with all new stuff. That's cool, and I think it's a cool idea, but it totally, goes against everything that the Squadron packs have been in the past. It's a great way to catch factions up, for sure. I have no issue with that at all. It's very, very cool. And apparently, whoever leaked this has tan boots, and they're probably a white, maybe baldish white dude. You can kind of see the reflection in there, but that doesn't really tell us much. If you look really close, and you might even be able to extrapolate the image of who it is. Somebody's holding it like this and taking a picture with their phone, but and then kind of something something kind of similar over here. So it's harder to make out I was honestly tempted to do like a fake like enhance and like say like, oh, look who it is. It's actually, and like maybe prank somebody, maybe see it was Dion himself, from Gold Squadron. But no, it's pretty cool. All right, so there's a lot to unpack here. First off, 2 new ships, very very cool. I think one of the first things is how much different is the TIE Whisper going to be than the TIE Silencer, right? They're both like Kylo Ren's super ace ships, right? Like you would think in canon that they would be similar, that they would if they're both suitable for the Supreme Leader to kind of have as his super private ship, then they should be kind of similar. But I'm guessing that the Whisper is going to be faster, more interceptor-like, less hull, more easily one-shotted, higher of agility, getting free evades and stuff like that, just based on the design of the ship and how long those wings are, man. Like, it's much longer than we've seen before. Bomber is probably just going to be kind of standard first order version of bombers. They'll probably have shields. I don't really remember that much about their kind of brief on-screen appearances in Star Wars Resistance. I never even finished that show. I need to go back and finish that show, but I mean, they were on screen for a little bit. I think this gives us some hints as well about the future of things for X-Wing as well. Like the First Order's got 2 brand new ships coming. Cool. Surprised we're getting both of them in the same wave, in the same box, at that matter. And I'm also surprised that they're doing it this way, as opposed to being like, here's a First Order bomber expansion. Boom, 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 boom. Bye. Here's a TIE Silencer. TIE Whisper expansion. Boom, 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 boom. And then eventually here is a whole nother box. That's the Squadron Pack. Because you could have made so much more money if you had done it that way. Maybe that's exactly what they're planning to do. And this way, that's what why they didn't announce the Squadron Pack. Maybe they want. I have no idea for the life of me what is going on here. It's just so strange, right? Maybe this theory of kind of how Armada is like they have no X-Wing developer right now. And granted, all right, they have Luke Eddy, who is a Legion developer that's now kind of over everything, and they've got like Plummer, and they've got some of the other folks, and they kind of collaborate and all work together. But you don't have a dedicated X-Wing developer. You don't have that years and years of X-Wing development and lessons learned and knowledge and expertise kind of on the team. So maybe it's like, dude, it's going to be like 2 years before we can get another X-Wing product like even into manufacturing. So let's take this next wave, which was supposed to be like maybe this, and then the Trident, and then maybe the Mando, the Razor Crest, and all this stuff that was supposed to be in the next wave. And let's take each expansion from the next wave and give them one thing every 6 months that will keep like people salivating. That's kind of my guess. They probably had one more wave kind of on deck, and they said, "Whoa, we're gonna spread this out. One, out of the 4 ships maybe we've got ready to go, let's give them one expansion like every 6 months, just to kind of keep people drooling." That is my guess. That's what I believe this is. And I also wonder if the TIE Whisper is gonna have Jumping Ray as an accessory. All right, obviously not, but wouldn't it be really cool if they, I think somebody's going to like 3D print like a tiny little Ray kind of doing a backflip over it to kind of go, kind of maybe glue it right to the wing. Somebody's going to have to do this, right? Probably somebody who's a fan of the sequel trilogy. I think if you're playing the First Order or the Resistance, this might be a funny thing to do. I remember when they showed this whole scene. The Whisper is like one of the weirdest things. Like it was an excuse for merchandising, and it performs no function whatsoever in the films, right? It's like, hey, I'm going to take this super, super cool, brand new First Order, awesome looking fighter, fly it on the ground, and, close enough for you to slice down a TIE fighter with a lightsaber, just for it to then to be gone. For like what was, like, I don't know. maybe someday I'll go back and watch episode 9 again and really understand what they were trying to do. I think, and I know this is supposed to be about the X-Wing expansion, but I think this ship reminds me of what I think they need to do. I think they need to kind of go back and do the Snyder cut for episode 9, because it probably should have been like, probably should have been a trilogy. It should have been 3 movies all at once. That was one of the problems. There was way too much going on. It was just like, we need 12 hours of story in 90 minutes. Go. Okay, that's one thing. But yeah, and also the other problem is they should have done it completely differently. It should have been a completely different movie, made by different people. Shouldn't have been a Star Wars movie. Maybe we could have been a Battlestar Galactica movie. Could have had Adama in there. Could have had Cylons. All different people. All kinds of stuff. I don't know, but that's just some random ramblings of stuff. So anyway, let's talk about it. What does new First Order ships mean? Well, I think that means that we're probably looking at if they're gonna do something like this for the Resistance, and of course they are, right? If you're doing this new First Order stuff, you're gonna have some new Resistance stuff too, right? Of course you are. Of course. So what do you do? Well, Star Wars Resistance, right? You're pulling stuff from there. Resistance was all about fighters. The Resistance was a show made to kind of give X-Wing some more momentum. I really thought they were going to do like a Resistance game, a Resistance standalone game, and have it be like a racing game, but also at the same time have everything in there be 100% fully compatible with X-Wing. And kind of like a brilliant marketing thing. Like here's a subset, an alternate way to play X-Wing, just as a Mario Kart style racing game. But if you like that, and the rulebook would be real short, just a few pages. And if you like that, you can also take those racers, bring them over into X-Wing. And if you like both games, you can take some other fighters from X-Wing and over into the racing game. Like maybe see how an X-Wing performs in the racing game. Like, that'd be fun. I think that'd be a really fun way to do it. Like you'd have a whole separate alternative way to play, But what do I know? I think that'd be a fun way to do things. This way, people who aren't interested in it can just ignore it altogether, and but that'd be fun. But yeah, so not only is the Trident already boxed up and like ready to be put on store shelves, so is the Fury of the First Order, an entire squadron pack with 2 brand new ships we didn't even know were a thing. That's crazy. And only Asmodee as a company could pull something like that off. Leaks of stuff that's already in people's hands that hasn't even been announced yet. It hasn't been since The Force Awakens core set for X-Wing first edition. That stuff like, and granted, that one made sense at least. It makes sense to be like, hey, this is a special day, surprise, here's a new pack, it's in stores now. Boom, cool announcement, right? Problem is, nobody keeps a secret. This stuff wasn't supposed to be, I'm sure this wasn't supposed to have been leaked, but nobody can keep a secret. So you gotta count on that, right? You gotta count on the fact that nobody can keep a secret. There's probably gonna be an article for this out Monday. Probably is. So, Fury of the First Order. Thanks to Gold Squadron Podcast for leaking this, letting it come out. It's pretty cool stuff. But I'm shocked. I don't really have much else to say about it. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Well, I guess we'll let you know more when we find out more. But this was probably originally ready to go much sooner, and I think they're deliberately slowing it down. I don't know what they're waiting for though. If it's getting ready to hit retailers any day now, which it looks like it is. I mean, May the 4th would have been a good day to have this out. What are you waiting for now? I don't know. 4th of July? That's not that's an American thing. That's not a European thing. I don't know. All right, guys. I'm going to talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out. We'll run through more information when we get it. Big thanks to my patrons as well. You guys are awesome. I couldn't do this without you. So thank you for your continued support. I will talk to you guys soon. And check out the links in the description below if you want to join Discord or social media or follow me anywhere on those places. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. And as always, have a great day.